Hey everyone, it's Lainey. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. This is the official last Craft With Me video for my channel for 2024. I am so excited that this journey is done. My gifts are done. I hope you can find inspiration and enjoy the content that I put together for you guys. If you didn't catch my other two videos, I will link them down below for you so you can watch them if you want further inspiration after this one. I do want to say this video, the quality, if you're catching for the first time, the quality is not up to par. I'm still getting used to my new space and the lighting and things like that. So in the beginning of the video, there are some little bit of a wind gust that were coming through because I had something cracked open that I wasn't aware of. And I'm just still trying to get used to the lighting and all the natural light that comes into this space. So just bear with me on that. You can catch my other content and that's better than this one. And like I said, I'm sorry about it. Things happen and unfortunately, it happened to one of the biggest videos of the year. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I would love it if you would subscribe if you are new and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And I'll see you after the first of the year. January crafts are going to be all about getting organized for the new year. And we're gonna bring back creative crafts with the Cricut Joy Xtra. So if you get a Cricut machine for Christmas, then this is the channel that you wanna follow because I'm coming back with brand new 2025 tutorials with the Cricut Joy Xtra. All right, guys, without further ado, let's stop the chit chat. Let's start crafting. Happy holidays, and I'll see you in 2025. So for the first craft, I'm going to be using a new iron-on from Teckwrap, and I'm going to be ironing this on a painted wood surface. So I'm excited to see how this turns out. And this iron-on is kind of like a satin. It is absolutely beautiful. I actually requested, they asked me if I wanted a couple of things to work with for Christmas because they know how much I love their products and I use them pretty much for majority of my projects. And I looked through their website and I came across these darker fall winter colors. And I am so excited to put this on a sign. So as you can see, it cut and weeded pretty well because there are some smaller letters because of the font. Here is a dual font. I love this script portion of the design. And this is just a design found in Cricut Design Space. I look under images and you can get pretty specific with Cricut Design Space, which is what I really like. I always look there first because I am an Access member. I pay for it every month. But I like it that you can get so specific and type in what you're searching for in the images and so many options pop up. And I'm also loving the color of this vinyl. Like I said, I received a few rolls from them. I'll show you the other colors that I received. I will be using another color in this video. But now that I've actually started to weed this out, it's even more pretty than I imagined. And I'll have to bring this up to the camera here. You see that material? So unique. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my mini press. And I'm going to put it on medium heat, which is 2 wavy lines. If you're not familiar with the little presses, they chime and turn green once they are once they've reached their desired temperature. I've got these extra little pieces, excuse that noise, I've got these extra little pieces of vinyl here. So I'm going to take my lint roller and just pick those up just so it makes it a little easier on me so I don't get little pieces of vinyl everywhere. And I'm just going to go ahead and clean this sheet off. Be sure to check the description box for tools and supplies that I'm going to be using today. And also be sure to follow me on Instagram, and you can follow my other channel and other Instagram as well. Everything will be linked in the description box below. All right, I will walk by faith even when I cannot see. Oh, and then I forgot about that. I ended up being able to ungroup this in Design Space, and I did that so I could make this text larger because it was smaller, and I wanted you to be able to see it, and I also didn't want to risk running into any issues while it was cutting out. So I just increased this part, and I'm trying to get the dot to the eye here real quick. It's not wanting to stick down to that carrier sheet. Okay, just trying to get that dot to the eye lined up, and I think it's actually now turned around to the back side. So I've got to fix that because I want to keep the eyes, and now I'm at the other part of this, the end here, and I've got a colon that I need to keep down. All right, and I think this is a good position here, so I'm just getting this stuck down. And I looked on Cricut Heat Guide, and it said, I believe, okay, medium heat for 40 seconds, constant movement with firm pressure, and then slowly remove the liner when it is cool to the touch. So that is for this mini press, regular iron on, and a wood blank. That's what I typed in or selected on the Cricut Heat Guide. Now, this isn't Cricut vinyl, but it is just regular iron on vinyl. So 40 seconds, constant movement here. And I just noticed a piece that I did not weed out. It's right here in a loop of the F. But what I'm going to do is just peel this back. And if I can remove it, great. If not, I don't think it's going to be a big deal. Yeah, now that the carrier sheet's off, you can't even see that piece. But when the carrier sheet's on, you can see the cut line in the carrier sheet. But yeah, I'm going to leave that alone because you can't even tell. And everything is ironed on. Look at that color. It is so pretty. And changing it up, not using your typical black, white, or gray vinyl for a home decor piece. Okay, let's finish this craft up and line this up. And actually, I'm going to cut this excess carrier sheet off so I can fit it down at the bottom a little better because it was just too big. And what I need to do here is center it as such, and then I need to put the other carrier sheet back over this because I don't want to touch the vinyl with my press because it'll mess it up. All right, I have both pieces laid down. The vinyl is protected in this area, so I am just going to go across this space, and this isn't going to take as long because this is just a little small piece, and I'm just trying to use the tip of the iron there to get this iron down so I'm not adding too much heat to the other elements that I've already ironed down. Okay. So I'm going to let that cool down for a second before I remove that carrier sheet just to allow that adhesive to get adhered to that painted surface. Alrighty, it's cooled down a little bit. And removing both of those carrier sheets. It does look a little weird without the eyes. I might end up having to cut those back out. But this is the sign, and this is a gift. Everything in this video is made to be a gift today. And I love this vinyl. This vinyl is so pretty. Okay, craft number 1 is done. Let's move on to shaker gift tags. I'm so excited to bring this next craft to you guys. Okay guys, so I brought in some supplies for this next craft here. I bought these tags. They're recollections. These are from Michaels. They're recollection shaker tags. It makes 6. So it comes with the stacking order that you need and also gives you the instructions on the back. And I'm not sure if they come in other colors. I only saw this cardboard, but we are going to make maybe 2. I pulled some vinyl here, also Teckwrap. This is both in matte, white, and pink for some kind of sentiment, and also the filler. So I'm going to put this aside. And this purchase here is new, and I just filled it up, and I am loving this so much. Okay, so this Merry Christmas paper pack is from Hobby Lobby, and these are from Michael's, like I said. So let's go ahead and pull. Let me show you here. So you've got your back piece that's thin, right? And then we've got our thicker piece here that is going to be raised to have some space for the filler. And then we've got our acrylic cut out, and then we've got our front piece, and we will glue all these together, and then that will be our shaker card, and it's got that little hole cut out at the top as well. So moving those aside, let's pick out some paper here. I really love this paper pack. I was contemplating this one, and let's see. Oh, and then this ornament here, it's like a really close in picture of a tree with ornaments. I really liked the Mary and the colors that are in this ornament here. So let me go ahead and remove this piece. I am going to use this as a reference, because if I end up adding vinyl to the front of this for a sentiment, I want to make sure there's room, but I also want to bring in the other elements of color and text, because that's what really stood out to me with this paper. My goodness, it is so windy if you can hear that. I am sorry. Strong wind gust. Okay, so what I am doing is just visually kind of cutting this down to size here. So that is kind of how it's going to look, and we've got to put our fill in there. But I thought that this paper also paired well with this color, because honestly, if they had a different color, or you could even paint these. Black tags would be really nice, like black and gold. That would be really classy. You could also paint these white. You can always use spray paint. That would be probably the easiest, just to take outside, spray it down, and then turn them over and spray it down. But nevertheless, let's bring in some liquid glue here. What I prefer to use is liquid glue from Barely Art, because it's got a precision tip on it. And I've got a pin stuck in here right now, so it doesn't get, so it doesn't dry out. But I really like the option that this glue gives you, because I can put the precision tip on there. All right, so bringing in this box again, let's see here. Let's add our, what should we do? Add our paper to the back of the card? I think so. And you don't necessarily have to bring in pattern paper or any paper at all. You could just use the cardboard as the backer and just add some fill. But I wanted to bring in some color. So you've got options there. Okay. Kind of centered there. I'm really focusing on this ornament here. And I've got a little bit of a corner of that paper. Oh, I just folded it up. That'll work great. The second step is to add glue to the thicker piece here. So this is the middle piece. So this is what's giving us the opportunity to make it a shaker. This is giving us space. So we've got our back piece here. We've got our paper glued onto that. Now I'm going to take the back of the thicker piece, add some liquid glue all around, and get this lined up and glued down. Just right on top. And I'm going to pick it up so I can align it. And then just make sure that that is just really getting pressed down together. So now for the fill, I am going to bring in some green sequins here. And these are just regular sequins. All of these sequins over on the left side are a variety of sequins that I found really inexpensive on Amazon. If it's still available, I will let you, I'll provide the link for you down below. But I think, oh, you know what? I think I wanted those other ones. Did I want the darker ones? Let's see. I've got two different shades. Okay, so this is that lighter shade. Well, and now that Mary doesn't even matter because it's down at the bottom. I didn't think about that. Oh well. Okay, let's drop all that back in. I don't necessarily have to do a color. Let's just play around here. I'm gonna add that darker one. Oh, this looks so much better. Okay, that's a little too much. Oh, and you know what? I think I have a clear iridescent sequence as well. So let's see. Just for visual purposes, because I'm a very visual person. Now the acrylic piece there does have a protective film on it, so it's hazy. But I think that is it. Let me go ahead and zoom in a bit for you guys. There you go. Sorry about that. You can see much better. Okay. That is super cute. But let me just make sure here. Let me bring in just the iridescent ones because these other elements are getting lost with those sequins on top with this particular pattern paper because I really wanted the ornaments to be the focal point. Well, not the focal point because the shaker part is really the fun aspect that kind of gets the viewer's attention, but I want you to know that this is a Christmas tag, right? I want you to see the ornaments in the background and forgot the acrylic and that Mary, or at least the ornaments, right? Okay, I think, should we add some of the green? Let's just try it out. Why not? And while I kind of ponder that, let's move that aside. And I'm going to bring out a little tool here to try to remove that protective film. And try not to scratch it, but this little corner here will be covered up underneath the other elements. Okay, so that was, yeah, so they just have it on one side. So be careful. Well, that one side is still just so hazy, but I do not feel anything. I just think it is on one side. That doesn't really make sense, but okay. Either way, what I think I should do is add glue directly to this piece, and I'm just going to add a thin amount here and use that precision tool to kind of spread it out. And this is so there's not too much glue because I don't want too much seepage, and because we're going to glue that acrylic piece on, I don't want any of that to get messed up or dingy from the glue. So just a little bit here, and then just spreading it out, and it's kind of making it tacky as well because it's also kind of giving it some time to dry. Okay, line this up. Perfect. And now making sure that I have the back of this piece and adding the rest. Once again, gonna line it up and get this pressed together really, really well. Okay, for the next step, I've got some ribbon here, and was originally thinking this, but now that I'm kind of looking at what I have here, there is so much green. Let's see how this white looks and see if this really pops. I think it will with those darker colors of the cardboard and the green. Is that the ornament, guys? How cute. And it's just the shaker. Oh my goodness, so cute, simple, and quick. And we've got our nice little chiffon ribbon there. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up, put some music on, and work on the second gift tag. This is so cute. All right, guys, so these are the cute little shaker gift tags. I ended up changing it from the chiffon to just this ribbon here, or twine rather, and I love the pairing. And I just made little bows. This one has longer tails, and I left it longer just in case I want to tie this to a gift bag. I still may tie it on a ribbon of a gift box as well. So there's options here. So this is the second one, and I'm gifting this to someone that actually has a little white dog that looks like that. So that's why I chose this paper. And we've got the shaker fill in there, just those iridescent, so it doesn't take away from the picture itself. And just the nice little twine, red and white twine for extra visual interest. So I love, love, love these. These are super simple and super unique. And if you want to take it one step further, you can cut out some vinyl and add some vinyl to the front. I think we're going to get back to that later on because I don't have that cut out yet, but I do have something cut out, or I do have vinyl pulled in white and in pink. So we'll see which direction we go in the end, but I am loving how these turned out. So cute. All right, guys, this is craft number 2. So I am going to completely finish this craft right here. I am using the red glitter vinyl that I've been using just because I'm trying to get rid of it because it's not my favorite iron-on. Although I've only used it on cardboard or wood, I have yet to use it on clothes. So I just want to say that it's just a Hobby Lobby brand, 405 Basics. It's just an inexpensive iron-on, but I found this in Cricut Design Space, and let me turn this on medium heat and let that heat up. Found this in Design Space, but it actually had a heart, so I had to do a little finagling, but replace the heart with the paw print, and now that is a cutout. And I'm just going to get it ironed on in this corner here, and I'm just adding some firm pressure here. My glass mat is not only magnetic, it can withstand some heat, so that's why I'm doing this directly on my glass mat here. And it just takes a while for this to adhere. All right, so I think it's done. So let me move that press. And I'm gonna turn this over on my glass mat. There is some moisture underneath there. So I'm gonna put it up towards the top out of that moisture. And I'm just pressing that iron-on down to help it cool down, but also adhere to that cardboard. Okay, it's not completely cooled, but I think it's attached. Perfect. And this is the gift box. Hobby Lobby, 99 cents. They come in other sizes, and I believe they come in white as well. But this is perfect for gift snacks, treats, desserts, and also little dog treats. So I think I'm going to do dog treats and maybe a plush toy. But let me get this together and show you how it'll be presented. Okay, guys, so I'm just tying the tag around the handle here. And this is going to be the gift for Berkeley. So you got the really cute personalized shaker tag and then the paw print. And this is so cute. And if you caught my video before this, I did something similar with a gift box, and I'm loving this, and I know that they are too. All right, so the next craft is a ornament type craft, and let me just grab my weeding tool here. I've had this for a while, and this is from the wood pile section at Hobby Lobby. And it's just an acrylic, oversized, ornament. And it definitely has that protective film on here. So very carefully taking my weeding tool to help pick up that film. That should be on the front and back of this. Yeah, it even says, please remove plastic sheet before use. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, so it can come off. I thought I bent it. I didn't realize that it just hooks right on. So you can take that acrylic piece on and off. Okay, so that is really nice. So that will make this next step a bit easier. let me just align it here on my grids. This is, oh man, what is this? Printable waterproof sticker. And I wanted to use printable vinyl, but I couldn't find it. So I've got to try to peel back the backer here. All right, so that took a minute to start to peel the backer away from the image. I had to use the slice tool, but the thing about the slice tool is you can go through the backer and then damage the sticker. So I found this clip art set on Etsy, bought it, downloaded the files, and then put together these little people. And this is very time consuming. It's my first time to do something like this, even though these kind of clip art settings have been around for a while. Okay, let me focus here for a second. Okay, I think I got it aligned. But I just put all this together and then created an offset and have, I added the text down at the bottom, Forever Loved Bo 2019 to 2024. And this is the couple. And then Bo's got a little halo. It also came with angel wings and different dogs and cats and then grandparents. It is a really cute set. A very large set, but once I got all the elements together, it's very easy. It's just time consuming, but this is for them. This is going to be their first Christmas without their Bo, and this is such a sweet gift. I know that they will love it, and it is just so sweet, personalized, something they can keep from year after year. And I just used Cricut sticker paper. This is actually waterproof. You could use printable vinyl. I just used what I had, and this is how it came out. And I am just so happy. I also will probably write something on the back with a permanent marker just to say, Lainey and the date that I gave it to them. But well, the date's already there because it's 24. But anyways, I will have my signature on the back. All right, guys. So for the next craft, let's go ahead and move in with another acrylic blank here. And they come in different sizes and shapes at Hobby Lobby. This is their smaller one, which is a circle, and this just comes apart like so. And I just used a little bit of chalk paint on the back. So we are going to apply some vinyl to the front. And this Teckwrap vinyl here is so pretty. I think I got this in the springtime, and I still have some left, and I thought that this would be a nice color palette for the message and on top of this white backdrop here. So it seems that these pieces are kind of need help. Just not wanting to stick down on that backer. They're kind of just being picked up with the rest of it. So I'm going to have to work slow. But this is just a cursive message. Or a message in cursive, I guess would be a better way to say it. So what this says is, be the change you wish to see in the world. And I am gifting this to a friend's daughter. She's in her senior year of high school, and she got into Texas A&M. She's probably going to go there, and she wants to end up practicing law. And I read her submissions essay, and it brought tears to my eyes. I was crying. So I thought that this would be fitting for her to have in her room or her dorm next fall. And I've got some scrap transfer tape here, perfect size. So let's get this transferred over. All right, so centering this, oh my gosh, this is so adorable. I think she is going to love it. She really likes soft colors like this too. And very carefully peel this back. But no, it's sticking on there great. Okay, and the paint's on the back side, so you don't have to worry about what kind of transfer tape you're using in that regard. It doesn't have to be a low tack because you're not going to, you know, you're not going to damage the paint because the paint is on the back side. But let me put this together. And there is the craft. I hope this gives y'all inspiration with acrylic because I think that these have turned out so great. They are so simple yet meaningful, and I know that they will be cherished. So I am very happy with these 2 Christmas gifts. So this next craft is super easy. It's wood burning with wood burning paste. A couple things that I want to point out: use a natural wood, avoid bamboo, and a darker wood works too. Just note that I get the best results with this natural wood here, okay? And this blank is from last year from Aldi. I really like Aldi because they have great sales and their things are already inexpensive as is. I bought this last year along with a few others for $1.97. So check out Aldi's if they are in your area. Now, what I have done is used Oracle, and I just prefer to use vinyl for projects like this rather than stencil vinyl. I find that the stencil vinyl doesn't stick down well enough, and the products that I'm using sometimes seeps underneath, and then it ruins the design. So just any type of regular vinyl is what I recommend, and you do the same thing. You're going to transfer it over with your transfer tape. The only thing that's different is that I reverse weeded. So this is a C, and this is a new font that I downloaded from dafont.com. I will list it down below. It's some type of Western font. And did I say it was a letter C? I think I did. But all you do is reverse weed because this is what I want burned, right? When we normally do something, we keep our design down and we remove all that excess, but we need that excess on here because that's going to protect the remaining area from the paste. Okay. So I'm going to, this does have a really neat curve. I'm going to put this on the left-hand side, and I'm going to do this over here because it's different. I made one last year and I add an H in the middle, and I really liked that, but I think it'll be nice over here. And if they set it up on like against their on their countertop against their backsplash, that will work, or they can hang it. And this is this can be used or for decor. And this wood burning paste, you know, once it's on here and just wiped off, this can be used time and time again because this is going to be permanent. So I'm just really getting that pressed down. What I want to pay attention to is making sure that all the vinyl around this letter is really pressed down because, again, I don't want any of the wood paste to start to seep underneath that vinyl. Okay, so I've got that pressed down. I'm going to start removing my transfer tape, and I'm holding the excess vinyl to kind of help pick this transfer tape up. Now it's not really wanting to stick down because I didn't prep it with alcohol. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have issues like this and sometimes I don't as well. One other thing, I would not use really intricate designs because it gives you the opportunity to kind of make things more messy. And then that could potentially, you know, hinder your design as well. And you'll see here in a moment. So now that that transfer tape's removed, I guess you could just pick this up and lay it down. You don't have to use the transfer tape. Just whatever you're comfortable with. Just getting this all stuck down again really, really well. Okay, and what you can do, you can take the backer here to protect your design and just go, let me turn it over so it's a smoother side because this other side's kind of like a wax. I'm just going to use my scraper and add some pressure. And this is protecting that stencil, but it's given me an opportunity to really get a good press there. Okay, so this is a torch paste. I will link it down below. It's from Amazon. The heat gun you can get from Amazon as well. This stuff is really inexpensive and will last you a long time. And it's just a really neat orange paste. It kind of reminds me of Flubber a bit. Okay, just double, triple checking here. And I think the C is pretty straight as well. Let's hope. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the heat paste on the wood. And I'm just using any paintbrush I have. I'll just wash it when I'm done with soap and water. It's just a craft paintbrush. Okay, so that is plenty of torch paste. And what it says, apply a thin layer of paste and then remove excess paste. If you have a lot of excess on there, you can use a squeegee to get it back into the jar. And then it says let dry for 2 to 3 minutes. And then we will remove this stencil and then come in with our heat gun. So I'm just going to put the lid on this, go wash my brush, and I'll be back and we'll get the stencil removed and start wood burning. All right, so it has set for a couple of minutes. Now I'm going to start to remove the vinyl. And this is why I wouldn't go with something too intricate, because the more intricate, the more chance of when you're removing this that pieces are going to, the wood paste itself is going to touch, and then that can mess up your design. So you would just have to be really cautious and careful. And then you know you can wear gloves because you don't want to touch this because this will burn, because it is a wood burning paste or a torch paste. It will. Okay, so now I'm going to come in on high heat, constant movement. I'm going to kind of keep a distance, and the more heat, the darker this will get. I'm not going to go too dark because this is a really soft wood and I kind of want to keep things soft, but you'll just watch it transform. This is such a neat craft. I highly recommend you try it out. All right, so I'm starting to notice that it's kind of getting darker down here. That's what you want to really be attentive of as well, because this does take time, and you just go slow because all this other area will start to heat up and then it'll just kind of be a dark spot in the corner. You just want that design to be dark, right? So just be wary of that. It is going to happen, but you can help avoid a lot of it, okay? And now I'm going to bring it up to the lens there. And you can see it starting to bubble up, and then it will start to char, and I'm just going to keep on going. And then once this is all cooled down, you can just get a wet cloth and remove all of that charred marks. I just wanted to let you know that before that started to happen. So don't panic, it is normal. All right, guys, I think that is as dark as I want it. So be very careful with the heat gun. If you purchase this and you never used it, this is obviously very, very hot. So the heat mat is a great tool to use, and I just keep that sitting there while everything cools down. Once this cools down, like I said, I'm just going to take a wet cloth and wipe that off clean. But here it is up close, and it's darker right there just because that's part of the wood grain. But it is so unique. I love this font, and I think it's the perfect color. Once I wipe it off, it should lighten a bit, but I'll just let this cool off and then I'll reveal it in a minute. So while our wood burning project is cooling down, let's go ahead and just get the rest of the stuff knocked out. I have a couple iron-on projects, and I need this set for 315 at 30 seconds. Come on. And that is going to start heating up. So let me bring in my design real quick. This is such a pretty vinyl. This is the gold version. The first craft that we did was that burgundy. And I cannot wait to see how this works on this t-shirt here. This t-shirt is just 100% cotton. And it worked great on that wood project, that painted wood project. So I'm sure it will adhere perfect. And this is a pretty cross from Cricut Design Space. And I just type in faith or crosses, ornate crosses or floral crosses, things like that. You can get very specific. And that's how I came across this beautiful cross here. Oh, and it did have some cutouts in it. And so I just had to fill it in with the shapes and get it all contoured together to take those little pieces out, just because I didn't visually care for that. Because I wanted a lot of the vinyl to shown on this green shirt, because I think it's so pretty. Okay guys, so I just had to like really put all my body weight on that. This is the puff, the glitter puff, and that I've been trying on other materials. I finally tried it on a clothing item and it looks awesome. It puffed up perfectly. It was perfect. So here is the glitter puff, and I wanted this to be subtle on the gray, and the glitter just helps it, the glitter and the puff element help it stand out just a bit more. But how subtle and cute is this? This is for my sister-in-law, and it's just a long sleeve shirt. It's Gildan, so just really inexpensive. And this is just a perfect layering shirt for her, or a shirt to work outside. And then the other one, which was cooling down, let's go ahead and peel this back. And this is that metallic gold. And I say metallic, I don't think metallic is even on that tag. It's just, that's the kind of look I see. So then this is for my mother-in-law. And this is an oversized shirt for her. They're both itty bitty, but she works outside a lot. She's got quite a bit of property. So I made this for her to work in the yard in and then layer as well. But how pretty is this gold on top of that green? So nice. And then always cold. And just like that, guys, 2 more Christmas gift ideas and materials as well. All right, so I've got a couple more things to iron on, so I'm gonna speed this back up again and knock that out, and then I will finally bring in the wood burning craft. All right, so this is the wood burning craft, the finished product. Get really close to that camera so you can see that. Like I said, I went really light with this one, but you can just keep adding heat and it will darken. It can go black if you want it to. But this is the finished gift. And I love this font. Remember to check the description box for the information about what we've got on the table today. I did the bags and we finished the shirts and our little ornaments. Honestly, my favorite thing is the dog tag here. I think that that is so cute. And I know the mama of Berkeley is going to love it as well. I'll just end it here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Card or Craft. Bye, everyone.